Okay, Chapter 9 review, number 18, the last one from the packet. This one is it's a bit harder because of things that overlap in this picture, but it's still a pretty doable problem. We've got, let's see here, we got angle W, and if you notice where the corner's on the inside of the circle, but it's not central. So we're going to use that inside angle formula that we learned. The inside angle says that this angle, really it carves out two arcs. You've got a big arc on one side, a little arc on the other, and the angle itself, if I call that x, x equals the big arc plus the little arc, all divided by 2. And when you type that into a calculator, just make sure you use the top in parentheses. So in this case, if we look at W in my diagram, here's W, the big arc is 140, the little arc is 30, so I'm going to do my angle equals the big plus the little divided by 2. That's 170 over 2, which is 85 degrees. So W is 85. Okay, so let me fill in 85 here, and let's take a look at X. So red. Okay, so here's X up on top. One of the things I notice here is this 100 right here. Some students were asking why that's not 90 degrees, but if you look at it, it's not a radius drawn to the tangent. That would be 90 degrees right here. This is actually just some other chord drawn in. So the 100, what I'm going to do is I'm going to draw the circle in black here. And I've also traced out the angle that made the 100. If I slide this off, now don't worry about the 85 anymore, you can kind of see that that 100, the red angle, carves out the top half of this circle. And we've learned that if you have some angle like this it's essentially inscribed on the circle, the corner's on the circle, then this angle gets doubled for the arc. Well, in our picture, the angle was 100, so this big arc here should be 200. So now if I put that back, let's see if I can get it right back on top. Right there. Okay, so now I know this arc on top was 200. Well, really it's the 140 over here and the x over there. So now I know x is 60. So I'm going to put 60 over here, and now we've got that. Okay, and W again was 85. So in fact, we could even fill in 95 here and 95 there, and 85 over here too. If we look at Y, Y is an outside angle. So here's angle Y, right there. Oop, right there. An angle Y carves out this arc, which is 140, and all the rest of it over here. Now some people had a hard time seeing that in class, but if I move this over and get rid of these extra angles that I've marked, here it's easier to see that the small arc that it carves out is 140, and the big arc is all the rest of the circle on this side over here. So that's 360 minus 140, which is 220. So then to solve for Y, what I'm going to do is Y is an outside angle. Remember, our outside angle formula is big minus little over 2 gives me the angle. So in this case my angle is Y. The big arc is 220, the little arc is 140, and I'm going to divide by 2 at the end. And remember, if you want to type that into a calculator, you use parentheses. That's going to be 80 over 2. So my final answer here is 40. And then Z, at this point, I already know X is 60. Z's down here. And I know that this arc's 140, this arc is 60, this arc is 30. Together, these three arcs are 230. So I've got 130 degrees left over in my circle to make the total 360.